There's no one I would rather create this memory with. Kendall, as mentioned, you are my rock. You have been there for me on my lowest lows and my highest highs. You always know how to make my day right when I'm feeling down. You are everything I want and more. You are funny, you are very smart, you are accomplished, you are very pretty, you stand up for what you believe in. Quite honestly, I'm lucky to get a girl like you. There's a quote I like to read from Aristotle. Love is composed of a single soul inhibiting two bodies. I read this quote because the love we have for each other, one would assume we are meant to be. We acted like a married couple before we were married. I also believe in fate. And what are the odds that we would be able to have our wedding day on a Saturday that happens to be our anniversary date of being together for 7 years? I did the research, and the next May 11th on a Saturday is not until 2030. That's a long time. Kendall, I promise you a few things, and I would like to go over them with you. I promise to be there for you in sickness and in health. I promise to do everything in my power to make your day. I promise you that I will smack your butt every day until the day I die. I'm keeping this PG-13 for our guests. But in all seriousness, I promise you I will be the best husband for you. I am very grateful I get to be a part of your family, and I am very grateful you get to be a part of my family. I love you, Kendall Jane, and very shortly to be Rizzo.
From the moment you entered my life, you've shown me a love like no other. You are loyal to a fault and able to forgive like no one I've ever known. I love the way you love others. You love your friends and family as fiercely and deeply as I love my own. I admire your selflessness and your willingness to go out of your way to help those in need. And I hope someday, if we're so lucky, our children will inherit this from you. Over the last 7 years, I've made small, informal commitments to you. All the conversations we shared on long car rides across state lines and late nights snuggled in bed were filled with promises of somehow and someday. And today I get to tell you I meant it. Every hope and dream we've whispered to each other, even the things we've never told another soul, I mean every word. I vow today in front of the people we love most to be your best friend, your biggest fan, and your equal partner for the rest of our lives. I vow to never stop dating you and to keep our relationship as silly and fun as it's always been. I promise to listen, to understand, to be patient, and to be honest with you always. I promise to build our family with you on a foundation of love, laughter, and learning as we go. I vow to never ask you to make the bed and to do every load of laundry for the rest of our lives if you promise to never make me touch a dirty dish. I vow to always remember the value of pancakes on Sundays and coffee in bed, and I promise to love you with my whole heart for my whole life. 7 years ago, I fell in love with the kind and funny boy I worked with who made me laugh during every shift. And today I'm even more in love with the strong, caring, fun-loving man you've grown into. And I vow to continue falling more in love with every single version of you as we change and grow old together. I can't wait to start the rest of my life with you. I love you.
And I can't help falling for you. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky. I am yours and I know you are mine. You're the one I wanna be next to. I want to live in that light. My love, you shine so bright. You shine
Okay, so you've all heard me talk today, so I promise I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Growing up when we weren't fighting, Kendall and I played a lot of make-believe, whether it was with Barbies or The Sims or just wandering outside of Nan and Pop's house. As a little sister, I always got to play the princess or the damsel in distress, and she was my knight in shining armor. She was the Jack to my Rose, the Prince Charming to my Cinderella, Pegasus to my fairy princess. There's a photo that she saw today in her bride book set from our Halloween costume. And every other variation you can think of. She also sings all the boy parts in the duets growing up, and she does a very mean impression of Kid Rock in Picture. So hopefully we can hear that tonight. As a big sister, you did an amazing job at making sure I knew what I deserved and what love looks like. Kendall, I'm so happy that you found your knight in shining armor in Nick, and I hope that your marriage is the fairy tale that you deserve. And before wrapping up, I just want to say that if you or anyone you know needs an officiant, I'm now booking for 2025.
But as it turned out, my romance with Alex wasn't the only one in the air, a good old IUB. One night, Nick burst out of his room, convinced some girl likes him because she liked his last 2 Instagram posts. I reminded him that almost half of his likes are from girls regularly, and I wait and see if she likes the next one. Then he says, well, we also matched on Tinder 2 days ago. Well, I didn't mention that person beyond me. And it also turned out that they were coworkers. And they've already been talking in person and texting each other before all of this. I just found it funny that Nick thought the only reason she might like him was because she liked 2 of his photos. You really need to calibrate your radar, buddy. But with all this talk about Nick and myself, I do also want to take a moment to appreciate Kendall as well. I truly want to thank you for always being there for Nick and supporting him emotionally, supporting him regarding his career choices and crazy work hours, for moving out of state 6 hours away from your family, and helping him navigate through life, because I truly don't know if he could do it without you. But seriously, I appreciate you being there for him. You guys make a beautiful couple, and I wish you both an amazing journey ahead of you.
It didn't take me very long to realize just how special of a human being she is, and that I was quickly gaining a platonic soulmate. My husband and I often like to refer to Kendall as the angel on my shoulder. She is caring, passionate, and never afraid to stand up for what she believes in. To be loved by Kendall is to be known better than you know yourself, and to be fully accepted for who you are, flaws and all. She sees the best in everyone and loves with her whole heart. As for Nikki, he's genuinely the kindest person I've ever met. I don't think this man has a mean bone in his body. He always knows how to make the best out of a tough situation and has a good time anywhere he goes. And he's definitely the life of the party, as you can tell. When I think about the road ahead, I know that you two will be each other's biggest cheerleaders, never go a day without laughing, and always have each other's back. The love you have for one another radiates into any room you walk into, and I hope you two can feel the love we all have for you in the air tonight. As we move into the next chapter of your lives together, I hope that you always remember this one thing. Happy life, happy life. Here.
Even though